Hi, so how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. I really appreciate you joining me today for this issue of People of Mulgrave. And I invited you because we are doing a service focused connections. And to be quite honest, when I think service at Mulgrave, it's impossible not to think of you and your family. You're so involved in every service initiative happening around the school. And I really wanted to get a sense. I know there's a big week coming up next week, and I wanted to get a sense of what the activities that we're running at school are, and also find out a little bit more about a project that you're kicking off as well. Spring cleaning drive. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so thank you so much. So the Spring Drive is a initiative that we started last year where we are supporting 3 different organizations throughout the North Shore. And it's directed to youth. So what we're doing is we're collecting items for the 3 different organizations, which is Books for Me, Rain City Housing, and then Project Backpack, which the donations goes to Directions Youth and Youth Safe House. And so we're trying to do is collect items from the ELC to all the way from the senior school, which hasn't ever been done in Mulgrave. And last year we broke kind of the record, which was really happy to see, where everyone from Mulgrave came together to support these children who are in need in the North Shore, which is amazing to think that this is happening. All of these homeless youth is happening in our community where we live. And so what we're trying to do is next week, it's kind of like we're creating some events for the middle school and senior school, where on Thursday we're going to have Pie the Teacher. So the more items you bring, the more likely you'll be able to pie the teacher that you want. And then on Friday, you'll bring $2 to wear pajamas. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting week for senior school and middle school. And we will be also doing homeroom competitions, where the homeroom who wins will get cupcakes in reward. And yeah, we're really excited to be helping these initiatives. And what we're going to be collecting for Books for Me, we're collecting books for ages 1 to 12, preferably like ABC books, number books, not already colored books. And then for Rain City Housing, we want non-perishable food items and new toys. And this is going for mothers and youth without homes. And Books for Me is going for children who have trouble reading and don't really have the resources to be able to own a book and read it, and have someone who teaches and know it from the basics, ABCs, the numbers, and that's what they're really trying to create, help the youth who have mental illness.
Great.
In Books for Me. And then for Project Backpack, we're looking for hygiene items, also gloves, toques, and then new underwear and socks. And yeah.
So I heard that, so following up, it's important that people note that we are not necessarily looking for used clothing or gently used clothing, but rather if they're bringing clothing, it should be socks and new underwear.
Yes.
And toques, and then everything else would be non-perishable food items, personal care items, and then books as well.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they can start bringing it in anytime Monday through Friday?
Yeah, exactly. And so for middle school and senior school, MSAC and MSAC will be outside of the senior school entrance collecting the food items. And then for the junior school, right by the junior school entrance, they will be donating the items there with boxes for each corresponding organization.
Okay, and do people that make donations need to sort them in any way, or will your team take care of sorting?
Our team will sort them on Friday, and then we will hopefully deliver them. And it's last year when we delivered them, it was wonderful to see everybody's smile when we gave it, and it was really heartwarming. And that's why me and Ethan and I really were like onto this next year. We really wanted to create that impact again and keep supporting these organizations with their great missions.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I remember walking into the school last year, and it was mountains and mountains of items, and it was great to see because it really excited the students, and it really motivated them to get involved. So congratulations! I'm glad to see that it's happening again, and I wish you great luck. We'll be sure to highlight it in Connections this week. I also had a chance to see you present at the Grade 10 Personal Project recently, and our Celebration of Learning exhibit. And I was just so in awe of your presentation. And I wanted to take this chance to talk a little bit up to the community about it because I hear that you're officially launching your website. So can you tell us a little bit about Project 360?
Yeah, so this has been a project that I've been working on over a year, since last year in February. And this started my love for this project of helping Syrian refugees happened when the school, the Human Rights Club, showed us a film to the middle school and the senior school about two college students who went to a Syrian refugee camp and started talking to these families and got into their history and everything they have gone through. And it's absolutely like inhumane what they've been going through, and it's like you can't really like see and feel like what they've been going through because it's absolutely shocking, and it's heartbreaking to know their stories. And they were normal people like you and I. They were studying. They were in the middle of their getting their degrees, and so my project was, so I went out into my community and I found this wonderful organization called It Takes a Village, who sponsored 3 Syrian refugee families to help them bring to Canada and reunite them with their brother who has been here 9 years. And this brother has been in complete like heartbroken to be seeing this news of the Syrian refugee crisis and seeing that their family members are there and that her sisters and siblings and brothers are going through this with their children, and they're not being able to have an education like their children. So what I've been wanting to do is to launch this project to the Mulgrave community, and where I want to reunite this family with their family in Canada. And so as a collection, and we're wanting to launch it to the junior school and middle school and senior school, hopefully, where there will be a contract of to sign the service pledge to be a hero of hope, where they will be able to do a service act or volunteer in their community or inside or outside of school every month. And for each month, their parent would donate $30 a month. And so the student would be able to create a profile and update everything they've been doing, and so the community can know like how the student has been able to impact their community back, and do these service acts, preferably with their family, kind of reuniting their family and having that that sentiment of being with their family and knowing what it is to be with your family and imagine yourself being separated them and not being able to see them again. So this will be kind of a year compromise for the students that would overlap till next school year around April. And so these students can send the link to their grandparents, parents, other extended family members, friends, to support them in their initiative of trying to raise the money for the Syrian refugee families to come to Canada.
I found that so incredible that you have found an opportunity to not only inspire a love of service in a student, but then tied it to bringing family together, and then ultimately helping the goal of bringing a family together, a Syrian family together. And I do love the idea that this is almost a service project that continues giving, if you will, because you benefit as a family nucleus, and then you're actually supporting something that's larger and connected to the world at large. So it really touched me. So I'm excited to know that you're launching it. So I definitely want to get involved. So to get involved, then I can go to your website, commit as a family with my children, and then we would be doing acts of service throughout the year, and especially particularly led by the students, in this case my grade 7, my grade 5, and then pledging to donate $30 a month to your overall costs, and perhaps inspiring my own family outside of Vancouver to actually get involved as well. Right?
Yeah, and so the junior school and middle school will be showed this documentary that I was inspired with, and I want to kind of talk to them of what they felt and give them the opportunity to also help, because I think it's an amazing opportunity how we are able to connect this family that has been completely destroyed. And so to encourage this, I've created my video and my website that I'm hopefully be launching in 2 weeks from now. And what I've been doing outside of school, I've been doing some service, going to some service conferences. And what I've been taking from that is that philanthropy, the definition of philanthropy is the love of mankind in Greek. And so that really struck with me that it's the love of helping others. And that's what I really want to encourage Mulgrave to do, and helping others, not only locally, also globally. And this is kind of helping a family locally that's already here in Canada who hasn't seen their siblings in over 10 years and can't sleep day and night knowing that their siblings aren't okay, and anytime their siblings can be killed with a bomb or such. And so when I met this father, who is a brother of these 7 siblings, I really felt like the need and obligation to help as a human. Yeah.
That's incredibly inspiring. I wish you all the luck in the world. I'll be sure to link the movie that inspired you, and link to your website, which I think you said that it's now available on the video that's going with Connections. And we'll be sure to follow up with you before the end of the school year to learn more about how your campaign is going.
Thanks so much. I would love to.
No, thank you. Really appreciate it.